Dude, that's exactly what we need to do. Now, this time you are going low.
Yeah. Yeah, Steven told us.
I hope that fits. Yeah, it's all because of me, I'm sure.
If not, we're about to find out.
Yeah, I doubt if I'd fit.
Alright, so this is it. This is my first official season as a YouTuber. I've always done videos here and there, on and off, but I'm going to start doing actual, regular videos. I don't think it's going to be weekly, but maybe bi-monthly or something, or maybe just monthly. They're going to be a little bit longer, between 20 and 30 minutes, but I'm going to have brand new product reviews. I'm going to have tips and tricks for YouTubers, modelers, and anyone who has a hobby in general. But I'm going to start with an inexpensive turntable for reviewing models. So what happened tonight was I started a sponsorship with Hiawatha Hobbies in Waukesha. So they're going to let me review models. I'm going to return them to the store, and they're going to help me with my show. So before we can review anything, we need a table, a turntable, to be able to review the models with. So I was thinking, well, I could go to Science and Surplus, but they're probably closed, and that's too far of a drive for me. So I got to thinking, Hobby Lobby. Hobby Lobby has all kinds of stuff. Chalks, pens, markers, paints, brushes, sprays for every color. They have enamels, they have acrylics, they've got airbrush stuff. Everything you need as a hobbyist or as a modeler for any hobby to be able to do all this stuff. Everything I got for weathering my Kato Unitrack was from Hobby Lobby. You know, you can get a ton of stuff there. Some stuff you'll still have to go to your local hobby shop for. Specific paint colors like True Color, details, stuff like that. Hobby shops are a great resource also for learning new things, for gathering prototype information, books, magazines, talking to people to get real-world advice in modeling, finding out maybe someone there happened to work the line that you're modeling. Whatever it is, hobby shops are a great, powerful tool that you need to use. So, how to make a turntable for less than 20 bucks. Didn't know it'd be less than $20, but it worked out great. So I went to Hobby Lobby. I spoke to the manager, who I just happened to be talking to, and he bought this craft mirror for $5.99. Not a bad deal. Let's crack her open. We got this nice mirror here. It's got 4 little pads in the back. Nothing on there. I'll probably clean it up a little bit. It does have a little bit of smudging and stuff going on there. But for $6, I'm not going to complain. Next, we actually need the turntable itself. So you can go and buy like the little Lazy Susan for a spice rack, which sits like flat on whatever surface you put it on. Maybe 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch tall. Well, I want something a little higher up, something to give a little more pomp and circumstance. So at Hobby Lobby, we have for $9.99 this cake decorating turntable. It's just a hair over, or hair under 11 inches. It's elevated a little bit, and it can handle some weight. It's for cakes. Cakes aren't exactly light. Kind of like me. I eat cakes. I'm not light either. You are what you eat. That's not light, I'm not light. So with the 40% off coupon, which you can always go to hobbylobby.com, you can print it off or just pull it up on your smartphone, use the 40% off coupon. They always have one. It automatically gets used on your largest priced item. This whole turntable, mirror, and cake decorating table cost me $11.12 right there. Not a bad deal. I'm very happy with it. Now all we have to do is set it on there. It works, what do you know? So I'm going to go ahead and get some Windex, clean this up real quick, and then we're going to pull out our first models for review. Alright, so the first thing we're going to unbox here is the Scaletrains rivet counter C44-9W. This price on this guy is $329.99 on sale at Hiawatha Hobbies for $264.99. Product number SXT31316. This is the BNSF as delivered scheme. Probably one of my favorite schemes. Got your manual, all your standard information. So here it is. Let's take it out. Got some extra detail parts here. Looks like the roller bearing caps for the locomotive. I haven't had any come out yet, but just in case, it's always nice to have spare parts. So you can see the truck protectors don't always stay on, but you got to make sure you do take them off so that you don't accidentally damage the locomotive setting it down and letting it tip over. Next thing we're going to do is tip this up to let the foam out nice and easy. You don't want to damage or lose the foam. It's always handy, especially if you have to tip one of these upside down into a foam cradle for doing any kind of work. So you can see here there's no major oil spilling out or leaking from the truck. You can see all the beautiful detail on these Scaletrains locomotives. Look at all that piping and plumbing. The beautiful truck work. Look at that, all through there. Crisp and clear paint, see-through details in the back. Nice roof. That's my fingerprint, don't mind that. Nice work all the way around. Maybe a little imperfection on the plow here, but that might just be some casting marks. So we're going to set that on the side over here. And now, we'll pull out the 90MAC. After we put all our parts back in this box. Alright, so it's really nice. Athearn always sends these in a cardboard sleeve, which helps protect the box, which, when you get to some of the special edition models, like your heritage units and whatnot, the box is really nice, and you want to keep it protected. These blue boxes may not be as decorative, but they're certainly nice, and it adds another level of protection. So, you get registration information, Athearn news, warranty card, some information about the locomotive, about the model anyways. The manual with the CVs. And the locomotive itself. Wow, that thing is enormous. I might need a bigger mirror. Very similar packaging, very secure, very safe. Let's find the best place to pick this thing up by. Wow, that is a big engine. Even compared to this Dash 9, that thing is longer. A full nose longer. Look at that. Wow. So we're going to take the foam out of this guy nice and easy. We'll work it from this side first. Just like that. Do the same over here. We'll set this guy over on the side. Put this all back in here. I'll grab the next one. So the next one I'm going to unbox here is this Indiana Harbor Belt Cupola caboose. I don't know about you guys, I always open it from the unlabeled end. That's just how I am. Call me weird. See-through packaging. Look at that. It's just pretty. It's just pretty. I don't care if you don't like the details. It's a good looking model with the plated over windows. This is more or less a platform car, I'm guessing. Very basic molded on details. No lines, no hoses. But it's got solid metal axles, semi-scale McHenry couplers, and then some nice hand-applied details on each end. Of course, you got the smokestack. And more plated over windows. Pretty straightforward. We're going to put that guy right on the track. Alright, next up, we're going to pull out the Milwaukee in Ohio, Milwaukee Road. So, pretty basic Athearn Roundhouse. Standard trucks, solid metal axles, cast details. Only separately applied items I see on here are going to be the coupler boxes, the brake wheel, and the roof walk. And that's one solid cast piece. This lists for $27.98. Sale price is $23.99. Probably just over $25 with tax. Not too bad. You'd be able to easily shave these off and upgrade some of the parts on here. So we're going to put this guy on the sidetrack. And last but not least, this Atlas 17,600 gallon Cargill Foods corn sweeteners tank car. So one thing I do want to point out, so if any of you buy one of these and open it, there's a hole in the top of the plastic for the walkway. You see that? It's actually going through there. So don't just rip this thing out. You could easily break those. So this being the Master Series, this has all the stops. All the hand-applied details you could ask for. See-through steps, coupler cut bars, handrails, all the valves, chains, hoses, links, connections, nice solid metal axles, Accumate couplers. You'll probably have to put on the placard yourself if you really want it. Nice crisp lettering. So let's put that on the test track here. Put this away. And we'll get to the reviews. Alright, so first up is this DCC and sound equipped GE C44-9W BNSF H2 scheme number 4313 as delivered from Scaletrains. List price $329.99, on sale for $264.99 at Hiawatha Hobbies. Now, you can clearly see all these details. It's amazing. You can see in the reflection here all the piping underneath, all the detail on the trucks. On the back here, beautifully applied MU hoses, train line hose, knuckles, everything. And I see they've got a black coupler on here as opposed to the usual brown. Again, to the side here, you can see all the beautiful details of the paint. You can see the see-throughs here on the back, and it'll get a little bit lower later for the side. So here, as we start at the front, nice pilot, MU hoses, train line hose, a black coupler, ditch lights, grab irons, nicely tinted windows, detailed cab interior, everything you expect. Now for the back, you can see the see-through screens there. Very nice. Very nicely detailed. Now we have this monster. This thing's got a pretty wicked level of detail, and it looks so sharp in those colors, the black roof and beautiful red Canadian paint and that golden beaver on the side. This is a Tsunami 2 Sound and DCC equipped Athearn Genesis Canadian Pacific SD90MAC-H Phase 2 number 9301. List price is $339.98 and on sale for $249.99. This thing is pretty amazing. I mean, again, that level of detail underneath is nuts. You can see the see-through grills back here. Some nice roof details. There isn't a whole lot on these. 3 skate antennas. The usual see-through grill back here. Some very nicely applied MU hoses, train line hose. Extra knuckles. Nice grab irons. Sand filler. Everything on here is just gorgeous. So you can see a little bit of the radiators. Some of the underbody detail here in the mirror. Got your safety stripes, all your information, first aid kit, this really is a beautiful model. You got semi-scale McHenry couplers. I believe this is equipped with LED lights. Although I can't confirm that right now. We'll find out when we turn it on. So you can see on here all these beautiful underbody details that this thing has. And again, this is a clean model. Sometimes you get models out and they're full of oil on the bottom, and it can really get annoying. All the hoses underneath. Clean wheels. Which you'd expect from the factory. You never know sometimes. Just gorgeous. So we're going to set this guy on the side. We're going to get to our freight cars. Alright, here we have our Cargill Foods 17,600 Trinity tank car. I don't have any pricing information on this at the moment, but by the time this video gets released, I'll have it posted on here for you. So this is a very beautiful model from Atlas Master. This has got all the details you could ask for, except for maybe roller bearing trucks, which, if we're honest, most of us probably wouldn't see it anyways. We'd know it's on some of the models from Scaletrains and the Genesis models from Athearn, but realistically, you're probably not going to notice them. So that aside, this thing has everything you could probably ask for. All the grab irons, see-through parts, everything you could probably want. See some of that underbody detail here. You can see all the detail underneath here. I put on the foam to help keep it from rolling because it was getting away on me a little bit. Apparently my layout is not perfectly level, or maybe it's a cake turntable, who knows. We've got very sharp and crisp lettering. You got your train line hose, your coupler cut bar, all your grab irons, beautifully in shape. Nothing's broken or missing that I can see. Next, we've got our Athearn Roundhouse boxcar. Beautiful little guy. Too bad it's labeled wrong. Milwaukee Road in Ohio. That's alright. We can forgive Athearn. They make a lot of good stuff, and I got no complaints. So, pretty basic stuff on this guy. Nothing too crazy. Just a budget-friendly model. Something that pretty much any model can afford to put on their layout with metal wheels, so you know it's going to run good. You can see the underbody details are pretty much minimal. They're only under there because if they weren't under there, well, quite frankly, I don't know. But it's a good looking model. It's priced pretty right, I guess. Prices are going up everywhere in the market. Some I'm sure is due to inflation, shipping costs, cost of production going up, etc. And you gotta remember, there's a lot that goes into these things, into the detailing and designing of them, getting everything through to production, shipping them, and then there's got to be something for the hobby shops and something for the manufacturers in this too, otherwise they're not going to make it. Alright, now we've got this Indiana Harbor Belt caboose. Same thing, same basic level of detail, nothing crazy, but it's affordable. It's a neat model. I'd be happy to have this on my layout. Basic molded on parts. You could shave those off, touch up the paint, and put on your own if you like. Me personally, I wouldn't worry about going that far into the detail. I'm not at that level of modeling yet that I'm that concerned about it. If I can buy something with that, great. If I get a kit with that and I decide to assemble it, awesome. But I'm not going to be too concerned. But this would be a great model for someone to purchase and upgrade if they wanted something like this. There's not a lot of Indiana Harbor Belt stuff out there. I know Atlas has the NRE Gen sets. Athearn is coming out with some more Jeeps. And that's about it. Alright, so that's it for the review for right now. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it was informational. I'm going to smooth things out a little bit, just in case you didn't think I was actually trying to improve. I'm going to make sure that I get all the pricing info ahead of time. This was so new, they literally took it out of the box tonight when I got there. So that's why I don't have it. I'm going to make sure I put it in there with a link to their website so you can go check out everything else that they have. I'm also going to make sure that I get all pricing and only mention it once. Only mention each product specifics once. I'm also going to go through and only cover one model at a time. Unless you guys like this format, I don't know how to improve unless you guys tell me in the comments. So if I get a dislike, I expect you to tell me what I'm doing wrong or what I can improve or what you don't personally like about the video. Is it my hat? Is it my hair? Is it my shirt? Is it the fact that this widescreen mode that I use from time to time makes me look a little huskier than I actually am? Not that I'm not. And I want to work on a smoother transition. And I'll probably start using more actual note cards. But I am trying to improve. This is my first, I feel like, more professional step into the YouTube creator side of things. But I'd like to personally thank Hiawatha Hobbies for lending me these items here. These brand new models, never before used or taken out of the box, just so I can review them to give you guys another view. I'm not being sponsored by any one manufacturer. It's just Hiawatha Hobbies. I'll put a link in the description to their website, and I got a short video for you guys to watch after that. But now, it's to the National Railroad Museum. Alright, so I'm here with Track 10 Trains, and I was showing them my favorite car, the Union Pacific Dome, at the National Railroad Museum in Green Bay. And someone came through and finally put in some dryer sheets to help keep the animals under control and stuff. But the seats have just been destroyed. Oh man, this is awful. And then downstairs, the ceiling is just coming down. This is just sad. This was such a beautiful car. Oh. I wish I could just clean the windows. I've tried volunteering here and they weren't interested because I live so far away. And this is all I wanted to do, was just restore this car and clean it up. Oh, man. If I had the option to help work on restoring this car, this would be the first room right here. At least I'd come in and have lunch or dinner or whatever. Seats are still intact. I'd love to come up here like once a month and just start cleaning stuff. Just start cleaning. That's all it takes. Just get started. Get a group together. Just start cleaning. Start repainting little by little. Just chip away at it. That's all you have to do. Even the walls here are getting worse. Here's the kitchen. This is 8003. A Union Pacific Dome car that was forgotten about. Time, the elements, tourists, even animals. I've used these open doors to go through, visit, and unfortunately tear it apart a little bit. Seats are damaged, paint's falling off the ceilings, it's starting to rust, but I think she can still be saved. If you're interested in helping me restore this passenger car and maybe you can get it back on the rails, please comment below. Maybe I can talk to the coordinator here at the National Railroad Museum in Green Bay, Wisconsin, and letting in the group to help spend some time restoring this car, even if it's just to clean it up. Cars like this deserve our attention, to preserve history, a time some of us were never even around for. If you're interested, comment below. And in my next video, I'll give you the results if I'm going to start a page to help preserve this car.